I'm not sure whether I'll be completely sold by this IDE. It's a new IDE from AWS or Amazon. Of course, it's a VS Code fork, but it claims to be a spec-first IDE, meaning that its standout feature is this spec mode. It comes into your code base and it creates spec files. This is from the get-go of opening up your project, right? It understands the project, understands the structure, it talks about the tech, and it creates those MD files. And it can read those MD files as it uses AI. It's also got something called hooks as well, which is something that Claude Code released, which respond to certain actions at the AI flow, like whether something has just happened, it responds to that. All that to be said, this isn't brand new stuff, but this just looks to highlight where a massive player like Amazon are identifying this new thing we called context engineering, which happened in, that Kapathy, I always forget how to say his name. He kind of came out with vibe coding, and now he was like saying it's not about vibe coding, it's about context engineering, which is providing the AI a bunch of context about the code, and to whether you choose to vibe it or whether you choose to assist you, you're just building up context and specs, as they call it in here, to have Amazon kind of put their stamp on this and say, yep, we're going all in on, if you saw it earlier, a spec mode. We're starting to finalize what it means to AI code. It does have a vibe section, which obviously probably just takes it all away, and you just prompt your way through the whole thing. But ultimately, it's pretty cool, clean browser. Not sure people have access to it, but I'll join the wait list and I look forward to trying it. Personally, again, I'm a Claude Code girl. Something I sent a tweet out about just earlier on in the week. When I look at this sort of stuff, when I look at these features, I can't help but think you can already do this in all of your other browsers, your IDEs. I think it just brings it front and center. It makes it like a one button thing to do. Like I say, when you open up your project here, it creates those spec files or those steering files. You can add all this sort of information to the root Claude.md file, the Gemini.md file. You can do all of this sort of stuff already, but I think it's just bringing a bit of structure, bringing a bit of convenience to these sorts of files. So I'm not sure whether I'll be completely sold by this IDE, but it's just a nice welcome change, and it just solidifies this idea of context engineering. Pretty cool release there. Oh, I haven't looked at pricing. This is interesting. So $19. Yeah, I mean, that's the same price as Cursor.
This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.